Hello everybody, welcome to my new channel, Pressing4Words. I am super excited to make this and also very scared of making this. The goal of this channel is to talk about personal development and the struggle that we all have in actually implementing some of these things that we've learned, or basically the journey and how we get through. I made this channel because there was a time in my life where I really felt like I was drifting. I didn't really have a purpose. I just went to work and came home, and I did what I was supposed to do because that's what I was supposed to do. There wasn't a reason for anything. Somebody asked me, so what exactly are your dreams? Like, what do you dream about? And I really was confused because I couldn't figure out what she meant by what is your dream. She then asked me, what is your dread? Like, what are you afraid of? And then I could sort of get an idea of what to say. And I was like, I just don't want to live like this forever. And once I changed my mindset and I started reading books, I started recognizing that a lot of us are drifting. A lot of us have no idea where we're going or why. And when you start to come out of that mindset, when you start to have all of these goals and you start to learn more, that there is more and that you should have more, that there is a purpose, that you have a purpose. When you start recognizing all of these things, it's like this huge, I guess it's like your mind explodes, everything's awesome and everything's wonderful. And then it comes to actually like learning to live with all the things that you've learned and reconciling that with your current reality. And that is a lot harder. As much as we would love it to be this way, you don't just learn a concept, learn a lesson, and then flawlessly execute for the rest of your life. It is an up and down battle. It's like a hill. Ray Dalio's Principles. I don't know if you've seen that. Check it out on YouTube. It is wonderful. But it is constantly reaching a high and then realizing there's something even higher and you're not quite at the top like you thought you were. You just got to go a little bit further. And then reaching that next precipice and recognizing, yeah, you're not as high up as you thought. And then also recognizing sometimes to get to the next hill and to reach that next mountaintop, you actually have to go down. It can be frustrating and it can be really upsetting to not recognize that. I guess to recognize that you're not as far along as you thought, that there's more for you to do, and you didn't finish learning the lesson you thought you did. And that's what I wanted to capture. Pressing4Words is, I came up with that name because there have been a lot of times where I felt like I wanted to pause, like I wanted to stop, where I felt like I didn't know where I was going, and I definitely wasn't making it to where I wanted it to. And I've learned, especially in the last 2.5 years or so, that you can get through almost anything, that you can push through and do almost anything. It just takes a different mindset and a different amount of education to get you there. So I wanted this channel to kind of have that same name, that we're pressing forwards to our specific goal. The other thing about it is I also really, really hate talking about myself. I hate just being in front of the camera. Yeah, hate being in front of the camera, being the center of attention. I keep my feelings and my thoughts to myself a large majority of the time. So as part of my growth, what I wanted to do is press myself for words, for the words to express myself, for the words to connect with other people, because I do believe that all of us have a story to share, and that means that to some extent we have a responsibility to make sure that we are sharing our stories and also finding ways to hear others. So I felt that this might be the forum for that. So, to sum everything up, there are 3 reasons why this channel exists. The first is because I want to showcase a journey. I want to showcase the middle of it and not the end of it, not looking back while things are really rough, but now everything's awesome. I want you to see exactly what it looks like when on those times where I'm not actually feeling that great and I don't think that this is working. Um, and then those days where I'm like on top of the world and I see all of the progress, I want people to see that. It's not a straight line. It's not just a upward climb. There's downs to it, and I want to show it. Second reason is really for me, it's just selfish. I need to show that I need to see that I've grown. Sometimes when you're at the bottom of the hill, in the valleys of despair, no, but honestly, sometimes when you're at the bottom, it's hard to see this is where I came from. This is how I used to think. Um, we don't see our growth as much as others do. And this could potentially give me a way of looking at myself in the way that others do. So that's an entirely selfish reason. But the third reason, it's not so selfish, is because I want to talk to other people while they're in the midst of their journeys as well. Um, yes, I want to hear all the things they've done and how they've overcome, but I want to know what exactly they're struggling with right now. How are they getting through it? Or how do they think they can get through it? What's been working so far, and why do they think that specific way is going to work for them now? I want this to be more than just about me. I want to hear other people. I want to hopefully connect with anybody who happens to be watching this. Hopefully somebody does. But I want it to be a story about all of us. So here I am. I am focusing on getting something out there because Lord knows I want to get this perfect. And I recognize that sometimes perfection is the enemy. Perfection is the enemy. And sometimes it's not about getting it perfect. It's about continuous improvement, much like the channel. But yes, the focus should be on continuous improvement. Continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. And that is 100% true. The only way I'm going to get out here and do this is by making a video, saying it even though it's not perfect, even though my background is fuzzy. I do not have a special camera. I have the glare from the light hitting me in my glasses, right in my eyes, and being extremely distracting. I have to just do something. So this is going to be an experience. This is going to be an experience that we're all going to grow through if you choose to watch me. So hopefully you can join me on this and we can come up with really great topics and all of that good stuff. Anyway, I'm sure I'll edit all of this later once I figure out how to do that or not. Again, continuous improvement. Thank you for joining me on my channel.